AI is already shaping your life, from the shows you watch to the money you spend. But here's the thing, most people are asking all the wrong questions about it, and that's why they keep getting fooled. What if I told you there are 4 secrets that completely flip the way you think about AI? Secrets that explain why your streaming app recommends terrible movies, why billion-dollar models crash in the real world, and why having more data can actually make you dumber. Miss these, and you'll keep falling for the same tricks. Learn them, and you'll finally see AI for what it really is, and how to challenge any so-called expert. Don't just scroll past this. If you want to actually get AI without drowning in jargon, you need to hear this right now. Hit play, listen all the way through, and I promise you'll never look at algorithms the same way again. Let's dive in.
All right, welcome to your personal AI survival guide. And look, we're not talking about some crazy sci-fi robot takeover. Nope. We're talking about the AI that's already, a part of your everyday life. Together, we're going to pull back the curtain and uncover 4 secrets that will totally change the way you see all those algorithms working around you. So you ready? Let's dive in.
You know the feeling, right? You just finished a show you absolutely loved, and then your streaming service recommends a movie that is just so bad. You're sitting there thinking, does this thing even know me at all? It just feels completely broken. So what is actually going on behind that totally bizarre recommendation?
Well, here's the good news. It's really not magic. And believe it or not, when AI fails, it's almost always for a very human reason, a reason we can all totally get. And that's exactly what we're going to break down right now.
Okay, let's get into our first rule. Rule number 1 is all about asking the right question. And honestly, this might be the most important one. In fact, that terrible movie recommendation, a lot of the time that's what happens when the AI starts out by asking the wrong question. So let's make this super clear. Imagine you're running a clothing store, okay? And you want to use a promotion, a coupon, to get new customers. Your first thought, your gut instinct, is to ask your data, hey, who's likely to buy something if we send them this coupon? Sounds like a pretty smart question, right? Well, turns out it's actually the wrong one. See, your customers actually break down into 4 different groups. First, you've got the sure things. These folks were going to buy from you anyway, coupon or no coupon. Then there are the lost causes. They're just not going to buy, period. You've also got the do not disturbs, who might actually get annoyed if you bug them with an offer. And then there's the magic group, the persuadables. They're the ones who only buy because you sent them that promotion. So here's the problem. If your model just looks for people who will buy with a coupon, it's going to grab both the sure things and the persuadables. And yeah, your sales numbers will go up. You'll probably think, hey, this is a huge success. But hang on, think about it. Which of those groups is the only one that's actually making you new money?
You got it. It's only the persuadables. I mean, think about it. Giving a coupon to the sure things is just throwing money away. You're giving them a discount on a sale you were gonna make anyway. So the right question was never, who will buy? The real, much smarter question is, who will only buy if we give them a little nudge with a coupon? Now that's how you make money.
All right, on to our second rule, and it's a big one. You've got to check your ingredients. Seriously, think of an AI model like a 5-star chef. You can have the best chef in the world, but if you give them rotten ingredients, I'm talking about the data here, the final dish is going to be an absolute disaster. Guaranteed.
In the computer world, there's this classic saying, and it is the absolute truth. Garbage in, garbage out. It means even the most brilliant, most sophisticated algorithm on the planet can't rescue you from bad data. Your results can never be better than what you started with.
And this isn't just a theory. This has huge real-world consequences. Get this. A medical company built this incredible AI model. Its job was to predict harmful side effects from new drugs. And in the lab, it looked amazing, like 80% accurate. But when they used it for real, it was no better than flipping a coin, a complete and utter failure. So, what on earth happened?
Well, the whole mystery boils down to this one kind of shocking number, 62%.
So what was that 62%? Well, it turns out that a massive 62% of their data wasn't actually a real signal from the drugs at all. It was just random noise, basically static, coming from inconsistent lab equipment. All the real useful information was just completely buried. The model wasn't broken, its ingredients were just, well, they were garbage.
Okay, that brings us to rule number 3. And this one is all about humility. It's simple. Know your limits. Every single AI model has a kind of comfort zone, an area where it's an expert, and the real secret is knowing exactly where that zone ends.
I love this analogy. Think of it like a recipe, right? If you train an AI on, I don't know, thousands and thousands of chocolate chip cookie recipes, it's going to become an absolute master at making chocolate chip cookies. But what do you think happens if you turn around and ask that cookie expert for advice on baking an apple pie? Yeah, it's going to have no clue. It's completely outside its area of expertise.
And that's the key right there. An AI model is only an expert on the world of data it was trained on. Asking it to guess about something brand new, something it's never seen before, there's a fancy word for it, extrapolation, and it is super, super dangerous. It's just like asking the cookie chef about apple pies. You just can't trust the answer, period.
And that brings us to our fourth and final rule. And this one kind of challenges a really popular myth out there. Rule number 4 is this: go for better data, not just bigger data. You know, we live in this age of big data, and we all just assume that more is always better. But that can be a really big mistake.
I mean, it's easy to get excited about having millions or even billions of data points. That sounds so powerful. But here's the thing. If you're just collecting more and more of the same type of information, you eventually hit a wall. The model learns everything it possibly can from that one ingredient, and just piling on more of it won't make it one bit smarter.
You want a perfect example? Just look at search engines. The early ones, they just looked at the words written on a web page. That was it. But the giant leap forward, the real game changer, wasn't just adding more and more websites to the pile. No, it was adding a totally new and way better type of data. Which links are real people actually clicking on? That simple human signal was worth more than mountains and mountains of plain text.
And that is the key takeaway for this whole section. It is not about having more data, it's about having the right data. A little bit of the right kind of information will beat a giant mountain of useless noise every single time.
So, okay, what does all of this actually mean for you in your life? Well, it means you now have a new superpower. Seriously, you've got a toolkit that lets you see right through the hype and understand any AI you come across.
So here it is, your 4-step survival guide all in one place. Number 1, ask the right question. Are we solving the real problem or just an easy one? Number 2, check the ingredients. Is this data actually any good or is it garbage? 3, know the limits. Are we talking about chocolate chip cookies here or are we trying to make an apple pie? And 4, seek better data. Is this just more data or is it actually better data? Just keep these 4 questions in your back pocket.
So, I'm going to leave you with this final thought. The next time an algorithm, whether it's your streaming service, your social media, whatever, gives you one of those suggestions that just feels off, you're going to know what to do. You're not just going to be confused anymore. You're going to get curious. You're going to start asking these questions, and you'll have a much, much better idea of what's really happening behind the screen. What question will you ask first?
Congrats. You made it to the end of this episode. That already puts you way ahead of the curve. This was just one episode of our playlist, AI Explained to Your Grandma, where we turn complicated AI into simple, clear stories anyone can understand. If you enjoyed this, don't stop here. Check out the next episode in the playlist to keep building your AI intuition. Like this video so more people can join the journey. Share it with someone who thinks AI is too complicated. And subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Remember, AI is shaping your world every day. The only question is, do you want to just use it or really understand it? See you in the next episode.